Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field at the Alexander Kulovich Athletic Complex on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Magicians Girls Lacrosse team takes on the Swampscott Big Blue. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and stay tuned to the end of the game when I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. So the Magicians come into this game with a 1-2 record. Swampscott is 2-1. They've won their last two games after dropping their opener. And that game was against Bishop Fenwick. It was a 7-6 loss to the Crusaders by the Big Blue. That is the only common opponent so far through the first three games for both teams, and the Magicians beat Bishop Fenwick 14-8. So a little unsure on what today's game will bring, but if we're just looking at that one, it seems like it should be a winnable game for the Magicians, who are coming off a really bad loss to Beverly, 18-2 in their last game. So they need a win to get back on track and start feeling good about themselves once again. And off the draw, Sammy Walker wins the faceoff, catches it, and gets the Magicians into their first possession of the game. Play 4 12-minute quarters. Magicians on the attack early. That is Zoe Dwyer, who forces her way into the middle, absorbs some contact, gets knocked down, and they'll set her up along the semicircle for a free run at the net. She is the team leader in goals. She has 13 goals this season through 3 games. She scored 8 of those in the win over Fenwick, and she starts the game off here with a goal to make it 1-0. No goal, they say. We'll wave it off. It looked like it was good. Well, it definitely went in, but the referee right there says no goal. So we play on 0-0 here through the first 2 minutes. Swampscott drops it a few feet from the net. They'll pick it back up around the 25. In net for Swampscott is Lila Kaplan. She's a senior. And here's a chance for Swampscott, and they score, and that one's going to count, so they lead it 1-0. In net for the Magicians is Molly Bullard. She is a junior. Walker against Regan Pelletier in the face-off circle. Whistle gives the ball to the Magicians. Back in the hands of Dwyer. Zoe is a sophomore, has had an outstanding freshman year too, and is now the heart of the offense for the Magicians in her sophomore year. Loose off the turf, picked up by Swampscott. A couple whistles there. They were going to play through the first one, but some extra contact there on the second hit. Cecilia Tripp, the ball carrier, got sandwiched and hit from both sides. Dwyer's got 5 assists to go with her 13 goals. Emma Ryan is second on the team in scoring with 6 goals, and Addie Copeeps has 5. This is Quinn Kelleher. She gets knocked around a little bit. Swampscott's going to have a chance to go up 2-0 here with a free run at the net. Kelleher will start right from the top of the semicircle. She fires low, and she scores. It was 5-hole between the legs of Bullard. I missed who scored the first goal for Swampscott. I believe it was either number 9 or 25. But try to keep better track from here. Walker facing off against Bridget Maloney this time around. Swampscott controls. Pelletier flips ahead to Keeney. They work it middle, they charge forward, and they score again. This is Maloney. Three 0 Swampscott. This looking a lot like the Swampscott versus Marblehead boys opener that we had covered. This turns out to be a game like that. We'll be in for an exciting one, hopefully with a different result, as the Magicians boys team lost in the final half minute of that one. They trailed 4-0. They went up 7-4. It was tied at 8. Ended up losing 10-9. This is Maggie Spencer. She has 2 goals this year. She scored in the Fenwick game as well. It's going to roll out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Big Blue. It's the only meeting between these two teams this season. Definitely has some extra juice since there's not a second matchup in this rivalry between the two towns. Both teams have only played one home game so far. Magicians against Fenwick was their home opener. Swampscott played Methuen. It's a 14-9 win for the Big Blue. That last whistle going the Magicians' way, gives them the ball back. This is Annie Wales being pressured hard, ends up dropping it. Now numbers for the Big Blue. It's a 3-on-1. Now 3-on-2. All the way to the net goes Cecilia Tripp. She's hit hard up high. She toes the light blue paint and eyes the goal, and Bullard, as we roll down to halfway through the first quarter, Bullard makes the stop. Big save. Magicians trying to speed up, working their way downfield. Tough catch and run ahead. And the Magicians will try to settle into their offense. All right, we're back for the second quarter. We had some audio difficulties there towards the end of the first, but we had a goal by Zoe Dwyer and one by Avery Weiser. That's Dwyer's 14th goal of the season and Weiser's first, and it is 3-2 as we start the second. So 3 unanswered for 3 to start by Swampscott, and then 2 unanswered by the Magicians. It really is looking a lot like the game between the boys' teams. See if the Magicians can keep it going here in the second. Teams have switched ends. It's Pelletier for Swampscott to take the face-off. And it is Elizabeth Greeley for the Magicians. Swampscott controls. Greeley fouls. Number 8, Bridget Maloney. Ball knocked away from Victoria Piero. She tried to catch and shoot all in one motion. Contested catch. In and out of her stick. Sammy Walker brings up the far sideline. Sends it over to Elise Dulac. Annie Wales and now Chloe Rowland. Rowland trying to fire it over to Addie Copeeps, and it's dropped. And then Copeeps makes a play from behind, pops right into the stick of Sydney Monitz, and Sydney scores. Ties it at 3. Oh, great play by Copeeps to jar that loose, and right place, right time for Monitz. Right to her. Never had to break stride after she caught it. All the way to the net and in. And Sydney's first of the season. First of her career, I would assume. Freshman Sydney Monitz. Big Blue control. In the hands of Bridget Maloney. Gives up to Tripp. Cecilia Tripp. Pretty sure I recognize that name from soccer. She's a pretty good soccer player. Ball loose just outside the crease. 4 or 5 white jerseys attacking the ball, but Swampscott comes out with it. Tripp charges forward, defended by Walker. A cross check against Avery Weiser. We'll open things up for Swampscott here. Quinn Kelleher looking for her second goal of the game. Scored from this position in the first. Fired low. See what she does this time. Same strategy, but she missed. I think she thought she scored. Basically, everybody stopped playing, but it was off the side of the net. Pass to Walker, knocked down. Bridget Urbano gets tripped up. So it's going to be Swampscott ball. Pass middle, and they score. Great setup. That's Cecilia Tripp who scores. Charging right down the middle, had the defender on her back, and fires it by Bullard. Swampscott leads 4-3. Greeley and Pelletier again. Third win in that matchup for Pelletier and Swampscott. That's a high hit. Wales commits the foul. Urbano a chance to score for Swampscott. Shoots wide. Scooped up by Weiser. Short whistle, light contact, they play right through it. Sammy Walker with room to run. Pass to Dwyer. Dwyer's gonna back it out. Dwyer dropped it, picks it up off a hop. Now with Spencer, back to Walker. The three of them working the perimeter. Down low to Copeeps. It's a 3-second violation called against Olivia Buffard. Pass was intended for Spencer, ends up with Walker, and Sammy scores. He ties it up at 4. So as Sydney Monis' pass went over the head of Spencer, right to Sammy. She tucks it inside the post to tie it up. 6:44 left before halftime. Another draw control for the Big Blue. They get pushed out of the middle. Maloney spins and spins back, and contact made. Call goes against Captain Chloe Rowland. Maloney looks at the net, fires a bouncer, caught by Bullard. Rushing back upfield are the Magicians, and Maggie Spencer forces a pass just to the top of the crease. And the call goes against the Magicians. I think it was Emma Ryan. Well, I know it was Emma Ryan. I think she stepped in the crease, and that was the call. Swampscott back the other way in a hurry. Kelleher fires, bounces wide. Pass out in front, knocked away from behind, ends up in the crease. Bullard will be able to pick it up. Good defensive play by the Magicians. And Bullard throws it away. That's going to get just to the sideline, but swept back in. At least Dulac chased it down, but Swampscott picks it up. Kelleher gets hit right before she shoots. Again, it's wide of the near post. It'll be Marblehead ball. Bullard looked like she wanted to launch it, plays it safe and goes over to Rowland. Rowland, captain this year in her senior year with fellow captain Anna Rausch. Or I think I said fellow captain, fellow seniors. Anna Rausch, Avery Barbeau, and Avery Weiser. Copeeps to Dwyer. Gets hit up high. The save is made. Can't believe that wasn't a foul. That hit goalie Kaplan's stick, then off her helmet. Swampscott across midfield with it. Piero gets to about the 15 and kicks it out. The goals on either end set up on the 5-yard line. This is Maloney, and she scores. (5-4), Big Blue. 2:50 left before halftime. I guess it really hasn't hurt them too much since it's just a 1-goal game, but they need to win some draws. The Magicians do. They lose another one here. Not sure why Sammy's not taking the face-offs. She was good in the first quarter. Wales was working her way towards midfield, but dropped it. Copeeps sweeps it to herself, picks it up. She's defended by Lauren Burse. Sends it down to Ryan. And Greeley trying to force her way past a couple of Swampscott defenders, dropped it. It ended up with Dwyer. She drops it, but a call is going to go against Swampscott. So Dwyer will have a scoring chance here. Zoe can tie it with her 15th goal of the season. And she does. Two this afternoon. Now 15 total for the sophomore Zoe Dwyer, and we're tied at 5. Another face-off win by the Big Blue, and the pass is picked off cleanly. Elise Dulac, like a free safety back there. Then she lost it. Interception and fumble from Dulac. Magicians get it back. Dwyer hustles upfield, switches direction, has room, drops it in the middle. Monitz swarmed and has it knocked away. Under a minute to go. They'll play it back to Kaplan. Her pass out is dropped by Sanchez. Copeeps is quick to the ball when it's on the turf. Short pass to Spencer. To the cut-in Walker. Sammy trying to slam it home. The save is made. Clock is stopped. 18 seconds before half. It'll start with Kaplan. Or it won't. Bridget Maloney will start with it. They could either keep it with her in the crease or start from the dot on the end zone line. Maloney all the way downfield. Nobody stops her, and she scores. She goes 90 yards in 16 seconds and gives the Big Blue a 6-5 lead right before halftime. 2 seconds to play. That's where the old phrase, stop the ball, comes to mind. At least get in front of her and make her change direction or slow down a bit. That was like a running back breaking free of the pack. End to end, it is 6-5, Big Blue after 2. We'd like to remind you quickly that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and consider making it a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be back in just a few minutes with second half action. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Third quarter about to get underway between the Big Blue and the Magicians. Swampscott scoring to take the lead 6-5 with 2 seconds left before halftime. And they are going to tape up a hole in the net down on the left end of the field. Seems what the chatter is down there at field level. For the Magicians, Sammy Walker scored her first goal of the season. So has Avery Weiser and Sydney Monitz. And Zoe Dwyer has scored twice. She leads the team by a landslide, now with 15 goals this year through 3.5 games. The Magicians will be right back here on Piper Field for their next game on Monday at 4 against Danvers. We will also be here covering that one. That's the first of 2 games against Danvers this season. They'll be up there on May 5th. This is the only game between these 2 teams this year. So bragging rights, the rivalry on the line. Swampscott ahead by 1. Looks like we're good to go with the net. Good to go here for the face-off. And it has been a long time since the Magicians have won a face-off. Again, it's not affecting them too bad on the scoreboard so far. But you don't want Swampscott to string a few good possessions together. And they start the third quarter off with a good one. And a quick goal from Quinn Kelleher. That's her second of the game. I know the Kelleher family, they are a good lacrosse family. Quinn is a sophomore. She's very talented. Making an impact here this afternoon. That one was loose for a moment, but again, Swampscott picks it up. Now with a 2-goal lead. That low shot, a bouncer, and that beats Bullard. That is Maloney's third, at least. She might have had the first one as well. But that's exactly what I was just talking about. Now, face-offs become even more important. Back-to-back possessions. 2 goals in 49 seconds here in the third for Swampscott. They lead at 8-5. They led 3-0. Back up by 3 now, and a change made in the middle. Sammy Walker back in there to take the face-off. And I think that is the right call. She loses that one. So Magicians just struggling all around on the face-off circle, no matter who's in there. Also, Sammy hasn't taken one since the first quarter, so let's see if she keeps getting the opportunities. She won a couple in the first. pass in the middle to Piero's dropped. The Magician's out of the bunch with it. It's Weiser, who's going to work her way up the sideline. Avery showing off her speed. Gives it to Dwyer. She fires and scores. Hat trick for Zoe Dwyer. Where would they be without her? Her 16th goal of the season. Brings the Magicians within 2. Give Weiser the assist. See if Sammy can get one here. There we go. Sammy controls and gives it to Dwyer. So he works her way behind the net. Pass over to Emma Ryan. Like to see Emma get going. 6 goals in the season. She passes, cuts through the middle. Back up top to Sammy. Down low to Copeeps. Finds Dwyer. Spins and scores! With her momentum taking her towards the middle of the field, she spins back to her right and scores her 4th of the game. She had 8 goals in their 14-8 win over Fenwick. She's got the last 2. And she's got her team within 1, 8-7. Another win for Walker. Uses her height, reaches up, snags it. Into the hands of Dwyer quickly. Spencer takes a push. Holds on to the ball. Emma Ryan out from behind the net with it. Short pass. Tough play for Walker to make. And Spencer comes in as a backup. Picks it up off the turf. Pass into the middle. Intended for Greeley. Gets by her. She was wide open. Everybody from Swampscott was watching the ball. Monitz trying to spin out of trouble. To Dwyer. Tiptoes along the crease, finds Copeeps out in front, and she scores! Addie Copeeps, her 1st of the game, her 6th of the season, set up by Dwyer. And we're tied at 8. The game has completely changed for the Magicians. since they put Sammy Walker back in there for face-offs. 3 unanswered to tie it. That's going to be Swampscott ball. This game script so similar to the matchup that the boys teams had. They also were tied at 8 and went back and forth. But they both went on runs like these teams have here today. It's going to be a cross-check on Weiser. Kelleher spins, runs into trouble and is forced back. Good defense by the Magicians, collapsing, closing down the middle. Walker defending Maloney. Sammy now defending Tripp. Tripp gets Byer and scores. Multi-goal game for Cecilia Tripp. Swampscott takes the lead back. Right now, here in the third, it's all about who wins the face-offs. Whistle goes against the Big Blue. Sammy has it, passes back, scoop back up quickly by Roland. She's in trouble. Feeds it back to Dulac. Elise stutter steps, almost gets by Piero and loses it. Fiona Keeney picks it up for Swampscott. Back to Sanchez. Kelleher runs into Wales, and a whistle comes to save her. She had lost the ball. The whistle against the Magicians. Kelleher has it. Over to Maloney. Those two have done the bulk of the scoring for the Big Blue. Now it's Tripp. Tripp. What a move. Shoots from waist level, backhand around Bullard. Back-to-back goals for Cecilia Tripp to make this once again a 2-goal lead for the Big Blue, 10-8. Annie Madden, head coach of the Magicians, calls a timeout. Al Eaton is the head coach for the Big Blue. Over the next 6 games for the Magicians, 5 of them are home games. They have Danvers on Monday, then at Peabody on Wednesday, then 3 straight home games the following week. They'll play Saugus on Marathon Monday. Then they have over a week off. And they don't play again until the 28th. Is that spring break? No. Play the 28th against Salem, and then the 30th against Beverly. And then of their final 7 games on the schedule, all in May, they only have 2 home games. The 11th against Peabody, and the 19th, the season finale, against Winthrop. Swampscott has a stretch of 3 home games straight coming up as well. Also starting on Marathon Monday, they'll play Beverly at home. Then they play Wednesday against Saugus, and that Friday as well. So 3 straight within the week. That one's against Fenwick. Both these teams have played 1-goal games this season, and both teams lost those games. The opener for the Magicians was a 12-11 loss to Woburn. The opener for Swampscott was the 7-6 loss to Fenwick. This could potentially be a 1-goal game or 2-goal game like it sits right now. One of these teams coming out of here with a close win. Magicians trying to get back to 500 with their 1-2 record. Swampscott trying to win their 3rd in a row. 5:22 left in the 3rd. Now it's Annie Wales, I believe, in there to take the face-off for the Magicians. It is, and it's controlled by the Big Blue. Looking for their 3rd 3-goal lead of the afternoon. But it is swiped away from behind by Greeley. She gets pushed twice by Cecilia Tripp. Dwyer took a shot to the back of the head on that bouncing ball. And then Maloney gets triple teamed. The whistle goes against the Magicians, and it's going to go out of bounds on the sideline. The referee makes Weiser reset along the sidelines, which gave Swampscott a chance to get in better position defensively. And Greeley drops it on the near side now. Sanchez pass to a wide open Piero is dropped. Bullard's out of the crease. Piero fighting for it against her. Bullard gets back into the crease as the Magicians file back in. That was a big drop by Piero. She would have been one-on-one with Bullard. Swampscott is awarded the ball. Maloney backs it out and gets shoved to the turf. Chloe Rowland trying to stand her ground, extended her arms, draws the whistle. Cecilia Tripp passes low, and the goal by Victoria Piero. That makes it 11-8. her first of the game. In the third time that Swampscott has led by 3. The Magicians have come back to tie it both the previous times that Swampscott has taken this lead. Still a lot of time left. 2:53 here in the third. Another draw control by Swampscott. Trip charging forward, and she fires high. Cecilia Tripp scores again. Same way she did 2 goals ago for Swampscott. Faking high, then shooting towards off the side of Bullard. She has 3 of the last 4 Big Blue goals, and for the first time this afternoon, Swampscott leads by 4. And after a couple face-off losses by the Magicians and Annie Wales, Sammy Walker back in there. Swampscott stepped in. Yeah, good call. Bridget Maloney stepped into the face-off circle early. Now that pass intended for Greeley almost went in. Kaplan had to get her stick down quick to keep it out of the net. The Big Blue working the far sideline. Turn towards the middle of the field. Kelleher takes a couple whacks from Weiser. Draws a whistle. Swampscott will keep it. They spin it up top to Maloney. Kelleher tests the waters in the middle. Pushed out by Weiser. Sammy gives her a little shove, and the second one's going to be called. Under a minute left in the third. Kelleher looking for another. Straight on this time. She likes to go low. She does it again, but it bounces wide. The other time she's had the free position shots, she hasn't pounded it off the turf that hard. She's sort of rolled it on Bullard more. A little too much power on that one and not on target. Maloney wanted a foul, didn't get one. Greeley out with it. And that pass way too hard at Dwyer for the distance in between them. Dwyer unable to catch it. It's back with Swampscott. Final seconds of the third. 5 to play. Clock continues to run. One second going to be put back on the clock, and Avery Weiser is into the penalty box. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty. They blew the whistle a couple times, and then the referee, John LeQuinn, said there was a delay a game or double delay a game that drew the card out, waiting for 1 second to be put on the clock. Taking too long for 1 second. And we're going to start the clock. We're not going to start the clock. All right, it's the end of the third quarter. Glad we went through all that. All right, so before we take our break after the third, we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Swampscott leads 12-8 after 3, fourth quarter coming up. All right, teams are back out there for the fourth quarter. Swampscott, with their largest lead of the game, up by 4. Teams have switched ends again. Marblehead will go left to right. Swampscott right to left. Sammy Walker in there to take the face-off for the Magicians against Regan Pelletier. This always seems like the most difficult part of the game. Face-off flips right to Maggie Spencer. Sammy Walker has by far been the best in the face-off circle today for the Magicians, of the few who have gone in there to take them. The Magicians need to string some goals together here. They've come back from the other 2 3-goal deficits that they've had in this game. Oh, nice catch by Copeeps. Flips it around the back of Tripp. Addie's the second leading scorer on the team, just with 1 goal today, but she's showing off how talented she is just with stick work. Walker runs it down. Gets hit from both sides. Ball pops loose. And it'll stay with the Magicians. Already a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. An extremely long possession for the Magicians. Just trying to find a shooting lane. Good defense by the Big Blue. It's dropped down low near the goal line, and the ball comes loose, hits the turf, scooped up by Kaplan. She walks it a few steps in front of the crease, and her pass is high. Piero, number 16, who was there to retrieve the high pass, unable to cross that blue line, got her toes right on it, was able to make a play on the ball and give her team this possession. That long, empty possession for the Magicians could cost them here. Already in trouble, down 4. Don't want to give one up here. It's got to be a good defensive effort. Spencer pushes the ball back out. Then they find Kelleher cutting through the middle. She shoots low and scores. (13-8). Elizabeth Greeley back in there to take the face-off. I think Pelletier has taken every one for Swampscott. It's loose. Look at the effort by Copeeps and Greeley battling for it, and the Magicians come up with it. Now it's played towards the sideline, loose again. It bounces back to Weiser. Plays it to Bullard. Pass out to Wales. And he turns upfield. Able to keep control through some contact. Copeeps picks it up quickly. And then drops it. Or has it knocked away. Now she's chasing. She can only go so far. Leah Beatrice has it for the Big Blue. Out to Kelleher as we approach 8 minutes to play. Copeeps will come off the field. Ella McConnell is on for Annie Madden's Magicians. We were tied at 8. 5 straight goals for the Big Blue. Kelleher passes. Dulac steps into the passing lane, knocks it down, and it's going to be the Magicians' ball with Dulac starting. To Dwyer. Zoe with 4 goals today. Has it knocked away, right back to the Big Blue. A little contact, and Emily Hart will restart. That's jarred loose, but the whistle goes against the Magicians. McConnell a quick run, Cope's back on. Sidearm pass in the middle is dropped by Tripp. Hit her stick, but she couldn't catch it cleanly. And then contact against the Big Blue. Weiser blows past Kelleher to Walker. She fumbles it, but gets it back. 4-on-1, and the save is made. Save of the day by Lila Kaplan. Denies Sydney Monitz. Maloney gets hit a couple of times trying to keep control. Whistle goes in her favor. And that was a gotta-have-it moment for the Magicians. And Kaplan up for the challenge of the 4 Magicians, rushing right at her. Wide open in the middle, they score. That is Pelletier. 14-8, 6 unanswered goals for the Big Blue since the middle of the third quarter. 4:22 left. Timeout, Magicians. Last time Annie Madden called a timeout, they were down 2, and I could hear her say 2 goals is nothing. Let's go get them back. And it has been 4 more unanswered since then. The Magicians have now given up 32 goals in their last 2 games, being outscored 32-10, coming off just an awful loss at Beverly on Monday, 18-2 in that one. Thought this one was definitely within reach. They had it tied at 8. We thought we were in for an excellent finish, and the Big Blue have just run away with this. Swampscott, on the other hand, in their last 2 games, their 2 wins of the season, they've outscored their opponents 32-12. It's now 46-20, including today's scores. They're feeling real good about themselves. Looks like they're going to win their 3rd straight. You can tell by that huddle that they're feeling good about themselves. Magicians trying to keep the energy up. They need to do a lot of work in a little amount of time. 4:22 left, down 6. Greeley and Pelletier. Both freshmen. They're going to redo it. Swampscott's coach Al Eaton is putting a lot of confidence in a freshman to take every face-off of the game. But Pelletier's been excellent. Wins another one. Tripp gets behind the defenders. And another goal for Cecilia Tripp. That's her 5th. (15-8). When the game ends, we'll take a short break, and then we'll come back and announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube page for more live Magicians action. Next week we'll be covering the girls' game on Monday against Danvers, and then the boys' game on Wednesday. I believe it's against Peabody. 4 o'clock start on Monday. Not sure if it's 4 or 4:30 for the boys on Wednesday. A battle for it in the far corner, and Wales goes down hard. Magicians will have it. They got to go the length of the field here. Under 3 to play. Monitz falls hard. So she'll start with it. Clock rolling. Monitz works her way to the end line. Short pass to Emma Ryan, who has had a quiet afternoon. 3rd leading scorer on the team. I don't even know if she's taken a shot. I don't think so. Dwyer works her way into the middle. She shoots. It's off the leg of Kaplan. Somewhat unintentional save made there by Kaplan. She can sort of take all the time she wants here. Swampscott is running a tight weave, if that's what you want to call it. I don't think she really is even intending to pass. This is like full court pressure here from the Magicians. And after all that, they throw it away and can't keep it in. But almost a minute plus there wasted or worn off the clock. And we've got an injury. It's Swampscott captain Lauren Burse who's down. Can't see her because of the ads on the fence, but I think it's just a cramp, the way that they're stretching out her leg. And if it was anything serious, they wouldn't be playing. But under a minute left. Swampscott is going to win their third straight game, and the only game between these two teams this year. Dwyer has it knocked away. Kaplan can't pick it up, reaching out from inside the crease. Magicians have it. Monitz to Kopeeps. Greeley cuts through the middle. Kopeeps double teamed. Gets around the defenders and puts it in. Nifty looking shot there. That stops the run of 7 unanswered goals for the Big Blue. That makes it 15-9. That's Kopeep's second of the day and 7th of the season. 22 seconds to play. Swampscott will go to 3-1. The Magicians are going to drop to 1-3. And 0-2 in conference. Swampscott's going to be 2-0 in conference. Final 5 seconds. Swampscott play keep away. And that does it. Swampscott celebrates. A 15-9 win for the Big Blue on the road here at Piper Field. We'll be right back to announce the Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Today's Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game is Zoe Dwyer. Zoe had 4 of the 9 goals, and she has, I believe, is that 17 now on the season? Yeah, 17 now on the season. She is the leader of this offense. Don't know where they'd be without her through these first 4 games. So congratulations, Zoe, on another outstanding effort from the Marblehead Sports Shop and from MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game Award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score, the Big Blue 15, the Magicians 9. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.